Good morning, I'm Isaiah Jacob. Team USA and Canada are underway in the gold medal game in hockey. After the first period, Team USA leads Canada 1-0 after a Matt Boldy goal assisted by Austin Matthews and Quinn Hughes. And then yesterday in college hoops, multiple marquee matchups. Third-ranked Duke beat number 1 Michigan 68-63, handing the Wolverines just their second loss of the season. Cincinnati took down 8th-ranked Kansas on the road 84-68, and then UCLA defeated 10th-ranked Illinois 95-94. Today in hoops, OSU men's team travels to 15th-ranked Michigan State at 1 p.m., while the 10th-ranked Lady Bucks host USC at 2 p.m. The Cavs are also in action today against the Oklahoma City Thunder at 1 p.m. as they try to extend their winning streak to 6-0 since the James Harden acquisition. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Oh, baby, it's time for On the Money because let's face it, it's more fun that way.
Sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Here's Scotty Vegas and Dave Biddle.
Welcome to On the Money. I am Dave Biddle, joined by Scotty Vegas, producer Isaiah Jacob at the controls. This is a show about sports gambling and United States men's ice hockey.
How about that?
Up 1-0 after the first period on Canada. What a goal from Boldy. Canada, they had tons of chances, so I'm a little bit walking on eggshells here, but at least the Americans got the early 1-0 lead, Scotty.
Well, and I do have your updated betting odds on the gold medal game. Team USA, of course, up 1-0, and they are the favorite, -210 on the money line right now. Canada plus 175. And the over-under on the game, which, of course, so far just one goal scored in the first period. The over-under is 4.5. So when we started the day, USA was just about even money. The news of Sidney Crosby being out kind of moved the line a little bit, where USA was plus 105, plus 110, plus 110, and then they moved to about even money to start the game. And Canada now sits there at plus 175 in the live odds to win the game. So there you go. Yeah, very fun first period to watch. And we're going to watch it all together over the next couple hours.
That's right. And if I didn't have a dog in the fight, and I absolutely do, I'm completely on Team USA. But if I didn't, I was giving gambling advice, I would say I almost hate to say this, the value is probably plus 175 Canada on the money line.
You've made some money betting Canada to come back in a lot of these games, and that's what they've done, right?
Yes.
They've been behind early in games and have come back to win. And talk a little bit about that strategy, because that's been very successful to you over the last week or so.
Yeah, when Canada got down 2-0 to Finland, I was actually in my car. Obviously, I saw the first goal, then I was going out running some errands, and I'm like, whoa. And you shouldn't do this. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay. Don't make bets while you're driving your car. Just don't do it. Did I do it earlier this week? Yes. Because it went to plus 186 Canada. And I'm thinking they're going to come back and win. And if Finland wins, great. Easier final for the Americans if they get there. That was my strategy. So, yeah, I made a few live bets on Canada, and they came back and beat the Finns.
I'm just glad you pulled your car over to place this bet.
That's exactly what I did. If you mean just continue driving on Hilliard Rome Road is pulling over my car, yes, for sure. Do as I say, not as I do, my friends. But yeah, hopefully the Americans can hold on. I mean, that would be huge. First time since 1980, the Miracle on Ice, and we'll see what happens. It's going to be a long 2 periods to go, and then we have Ohio State basketball, 1 o'clock. It's going to be a tough one, obviously. It always is at the Breslin Center in East Lansing. Buckeyes, 10.5-point underdogs to the Spartans today. Man, it'd be huge to get this win. I just don't see it. I give them 10% chance. I don't even know if that's... I probably couldn't go any higher than that.
So a couple things. I thought the spread was a little high. When I always try and guess the spread before I actually see the spread. I kind of guessed at about 6 for Ohio State, Michigan State, and it came out a little bit higher. And part of the reason why I thought 6 was because Ohio State's coming off their best performance by far of the season against Wisconsin. They shot the ball really well. They did everything right, and it was nice to see them play a full 40-minute game, because a lot of times you'll see Ohio State come out, get a lead, and then give that lead back. We saw it against Virginia. And that was very frustrating. We saw it the first time Ohio State played Wisconsin, where Ohio State got out to a lead and gave that lead right back. But no, what happened was Ohio State went out, started the game strong, took a lead and really never let Wisconsin get close. And that was a Wisconsin team that was playing very well. So Ohio State coming off their best game of the year. Now Michigan State. We know Michigan State as being just an absolute really, really tough place to play at East Lansing. Like that road atmosphere is one of the best in the country, and it's so hard to win there. But Michigan State is coming in having lost 3 of their last 5 games. So they're not playing their best basketball right now. Now, they did just destroy UCLA in their last game, but they did lose to Minnesota, they did lose to Michigan, and they did lose to Wisconsin in the last couple weeks. So they do have some losses. But Dave, there's no question this is an uphill battle.
I think I'd rather be playing Michigan State when they're on, like, coming in like a 5-game winning streak, not like they're ticked off. They're playing at home.
They do have a win over UCLA in their last game, though.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I know. I saw the Mick Cronin post-game press conference that he had to apologize for. Are you raising your voice at me, man? It's like, Mick Cronin he's always been a piece of work. He tells that reporter, he's like, that's the worst question. Thank you. He goes, kudos for the worst question I've ever been asked. And the reporter he said, I'll take it, just kind of playing along. And then Mick Cronin should have just moved on. Then he looks, do you think I care what the other team student section does? He's like, you raising your voice at me? I mean, he always is doing these weird press conferences in hallways. Do you notice that?
Yeah.
He always does it in the hallway. He did it at Ohio State. And then he had to come the next day and apologize.
Is there a more hateable coach in all of, I'm not even just saying college basketball, maybe even college sports in general right now, than Mick Cronin? Because he just comes off as an angry little man every single time you see him. And I still think back, there's a lot of stories with Mick Cronin. I still think back to when he was at Cincinnati and there was a fight between Xavier and Cincinnati, and what just like a jerk he was during that, and some of the comments that he's made like over the years. I remember after Ohio State destroyed Cincinnati when they played in Indianapolis, and it was Mike Conley and Greg Oden, and that Ohio State team just killed his Cincinnati team. And he comes in his press conference, he's like, oh, sure, now when we're down, they choose to play us, but when we're up, they won't play us. And it's like just an angry little man. And so to me right now, he's kind of taken the mantle as maybe the most dislikable coach in all of college sports right now.
I think so.
Are you raising your voice at me? No, I'm just... Yeah, you are.
Dude, everybody's here. They can hear it. Why does he have a Southern accent? He's from Cincinnati.
He's got the Brian Kelly.
I guess so. Yeah, the fake Southern accent. Yeah. Although there was a little twang down there in the Queen City. Yeah, I was trying to think. Maybe like Danny Hurley was starting to walk down that path. But I was kind of like Danny. And then
I like Danny
winning
Hurley.
2 titles. I mean, Mick Cronin, he did take UCLA to at least a Final Four. Did they get to the national championship game?
They did.
Yeah, so that was his tenure started out really good, and now it's just been slowly going downhill.
Yeah.
That was a really good UCLA team that he inherited, by the way.
Well, you were telling me a story last night, and I vaguely remember the details because I was a young kid when this happened. But he was an assistant at Cincinnati, and he played a big factor with Ohio State basketball. Tell that story.
Yeah, and he wasn't even like a full-time assistant. I have to go back and look. I think he might have even been a grad assistant, but part of his job was recruiting the Columbus area and recruiting just the state of Ohio, helping, obviously he wasn't the main guy. So Damon Flint had verbally committed to Ohio State and was on a visit at Ohio State. And the rules, the archaic rules at the time, you couldn't take a player on an official visit to a meal off campus. It had to be somewhere on campus, right? At the time, there was a Damon's, the Ribs. You know, I love Damon's.
Oh, I love
Back
Damon's.
in the day, there was a Damon's on Olentangy River Road. Right around, I think, where Canes is now. Right around there somewhere, because it was close to that McDonald's on Olentangy River Road. And they took him out. They took Damon Flint to Damon's. And Mick Cronin is the one who turned them in. Now, you could say if you're working at Cincinnati, and Damon Flint ended up going to Cincinnati and playing there because the NCAA ruled that he could not go to Ohio State because of that. They were spitting distance from campus, but they violated the rule. Mick Cronin turned them in. That was the idea behind Scotty Doesn't Know. Because we were watching March Madness, and I was like, I wonder if Scotty knows the story about Mick Cronin and Damon Flint.
Yep.
And that's how we started Scotty Doesn't Know.
And I vaguely knew some of the details, and I knew that I instantly knew that I didn't like Mick Cronin watching him at Cincinnati anyway. But then now knowing that Damon Flint story, that just makes me even more angry towards him. All right, let's continue to talk about Ohio State hoops. And again, a big one today, 10-point underdog on the road. I will say, Dave, that Ohio State has pulled off some shockers and some great game winners at Michigan State. And I keep coming back in my mind to a couple of them. One, Dale Bonner a couple years ago, and this is when Jake Diebler had taken over as coach, and I remember screaming in my living room with my son Spencer, throwing him up and throwing everyone around, and they hit a three in the corner to upset Michigan State on the road. And then I keep coming back to William Buford hitting a huge one on senior day against Michigan State, hitting a big bucket and beating Michigan State for that one as well. So they've got some fun, great last-second memories and shots at East Lansing. I just contend that stick around in this game. Keep it close. Keep it close. Put some game pressure. Last 4 minutes, have a shot.
My favorite home video of you watching an Ohio State basketball game in complete elation was Chris Holtman's first year, I believe. Kata Bates Diop at Purdue.
Yep.
You were like blowing up balloons for a party. You had your kid with you, and you were just going nuts, and you filmed it and like put it on social media.
Yeah.
I remember Timmy Hall talking about it. He's like, I work with insane people over here. Because you and I weren't doing the show yet. You and I knew each other, but we didn't know each other that well. And I'm thinking, that's exactly how I am.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was trying, when the U.S. scored its goal this morning, because that happened pretty early, my wife was upstairs sleeping. The dogs were asleep, and I'm like trying. I was like, it was so hard to keep it in, but I did. I don't think I woke up the house, but that first goal was awesome. So it's still 1-0 Americans. United States here, about 15 minutes left in the second period. Canada just keeps peppering the goal, though, man. It just feels like a matter of time before they're going to tie it here. Hopefully I'm wrong. I mean, the Americans had no shots on goal until they did. Their first goal, or first shot went in, and it was just an amazing goal from Boldy.
Gosh.
24 years old. That kid he plays for the Minnesota Wild. He's got 32 goals and 30 assists this year.
I'm telling you, every time I look up, it looks like Canada's getting a shot on goal.
I know. Just if they don't score, they can't win.
That's right.
There you go.
Right.
All right, up next, we're going to talk more Ohio State men's basketball, and we're going to talk more United States men's hockey. This is On the Money.
Winners of the prestigious Platinum Microphone Award every year, given to the best radio station in the world. No need to look it up. It's real. The Fan.
This is Pause Before You Play, and it's time for more game day picks from local sports fans. You're on the air. Who you got?
Actually, I'm not betting, just chilling and watching the game.
I know that move. A pause. Sounds like you've got a winning strategy.
Exactly. After I set limits and recognized the risk, I knew it was time to stop.
Now that is responsible betting, folks. Sports are fast. Betting shouldn't be. Make a plan at pausebeforeyouplay.org. That's pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Bet365 is paying out before the final buzzer.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout for basketball. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 20-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final buzzer and start counting that cash. Hold up, you get early payout on parlays too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
Great Lakes Hyundai wants you to save your refund this tax season with 90 days of no car payments and 0% financing on 26 Hyundai Santa Fe's and Tucsons for up to 60 months. No payments, 90 days, 0%. Keep your tax money in your pocket. Go now for the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Dublin or Columbus or GLakesHyundai.com. With proof credit, some customers may not qualify. Interest accrues during no payment period. New Hyundais come equipped with owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Offer ends 3/2.
Get Eco.
Hey, Jerry. Remember when we launched our $93 drain clearing offer and you invented the phrase 93 or free?
You know, I've actually written quite a few catchphrases in my career.
Oh, yeah. Aren't you the guy who wrote Bob's Your Uncle?
Yep, for my friend Steve, who has an Uncle Bob. I was as surprised as anyone when it caught on with the general public.
Get Eco.
Well, we need 93 or free to catch on. Our experts will clear your clogged household drain for just $93. If we can't, it's free. And we guarantee it'll stay clear for at least a year, or we'll clear it again for free.
Get Eco, and Bob's your uncle, your drains are clear.
Get Eco.
But Jerry, my uncle's name is Michael.
Get Eco, and Michael's your uncle, your drains are clear.
Let's stick with 93 or free.
Yeah, good call.
Get Eco.
Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Door Service. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Over 90,000 five-star reviews don't happen by accident. They happen by putting people first. Fixing your garage doors is what we do. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Door Service today.
Hey, Columbus, big news. For a limited time, get Uber One free for a full year so you could save on food and rides. That's a $96 value on us. Just use code Columbus. Get 1 year of $0 delivery fees, 10% off eligible food and grocery orders, and up to 6% Uber One credits on rides. Sign up for this limited time offer today using code Columbus and save big with Uber One. Offer valid through 3/31/26. Savings and $0 delivery fee on eligible orders and rides only. Fees and terms apply. See app for details.
The Reds are on the radio.
And he caught it! No way! What a grab! Noelvi Marte!
Ellie De La Cruz is on his horse, and they're waving him to the house.
Suarez swings. He drives this.
It is gone! Eugenio Suarez puts the Reds on top.
With an old friend back in the clubhouse, it's time for spring training baseball. Hear the action on your home of the Reds.
Bishop and Friends.
Have you seen him eat his food? He just swallows it whole. He doesn't even chew. Like if he wanted to eat the thing, it'd already be eaten. That's not what's going on here. He thinks it's a toy.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Cellar.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan.
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178. Or visit spectrum.com/freeforever to learn more.
Mike Rowe here with a random fact. More than half of the homes that have basements in North America will experience water damage. It's true. Whether it's basement moisture, flooding, or bowing walls, do yourself a favor and call a groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls. Schedule a free inspection with Ohio Basement Authority, a groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We are tracking scattered snow showers here across the area for today into tonight, and overall there will be the chance for a couple heavier bursts of snowfall as we get into this afternoon. Not going to see a lot of that, and in total we're tracking about a dusting to a couple of inches here by tonight. And that's a look at your 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Aaron White here on 97.1 The Fan.
Bobby Carpenter demands that you watch Morning Juice on YouTube. If you don't, Tito will move into your house.
Live at 6 a.m. on YouTube and streaming on the Fan app.
And now back to a show featuring 2 dudes who've been kicked out of their homes by angry wives. This pretty much sums up every show we have here on The Fan. You're listening to On the Money.
Sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Uh-oh. Stop. Oh, all right. Sorry, we had a breakaway. Had to hold it for a second. Nice save, though. It is still 1-0 USA over Canada. What a great morning in Columbus. We wake up, little dusting of snow on the ground, kind of pretty out. Then we wake up and we've got gold medal game going on. USA versus Canada. USA on the board first, gets that 1-0 lead. And then at 1 o'clock today, we have Ohio State hoops, and oh, by the way, there's Ohio State women's basketball. Big game today. Look, they're looking to get off the schneid a little bit as well. So fun day in sports as we keep an eye on that gold medal match. Oh, I'm just looking at that save. Beautiful. The other thing, Dave, I wanted to talk about going into this is how great college basketball was yesterday. You and I were hanging out at our favorite place at Hollywood Casino Columbus. We were watching the Duke Michigan game. And I think there's kind of been this consensus that Michigan's the best team and a legit favorite to win the national championship. And then we watched that game last night. You and I were saying, all right, no matter what happens in this game, whoever loses, it's not a huge deal. They're probably still going to be the 1 seed. However, what it did do for me was bring a little bit of doubt back watching Michigan play. Look, they're really long. They're really athletic. They didn't shoot the 3 well at all yesterday, but Duke was able to win that game. And to me, what it kind of means is I think there's probably about 6 or 7 teams that can win the national championship in college basketball this year. Usually we're looking at like 2 or 3. But now this year, I believe that the number of teams that can actually win it all is a little bit bigger than what we've seen in the past. So let's update your national championship odds now that we have the Michigan loss yesterday to Duke changed things just a tiny bit. Michigan's still the favorite at plus 360. Duke is 5-1. Arizona got a big win over Houston yesterday. They're plus 525. You got Houston, they're plus 825. Florida 11-1. Florida's a team I have circled because they're playing really well right now. Illinois 14-1. They lost last night. Iowa State 16-1. And then UConn, another team. Look, Hurley's won a couple national championships. They've got talent. They're 20-1 to win it all. What stands out to you amongst those top 8 teams?
I was liking Illinois. Now, I'm not going to put too much. They lost on a last-second shot all the way across the country at UCLA. UCLA had their backs against the wall after getting embarrassed in the state of Michigan, both at Michigan and then Michigan State. I still like Illinois. I think they're pretty good. But, yeah, by the way, 2 penalties on the Americans. We're playing 5-on-3 right now. Americans have 3, Canadians have 5. This is not good at all. And they were letting them play up until now. That was bam, bam. Within 30 seconds, 2 penalties on the Americans. So hopefully they can kill this off, but not looking good. Americans are still up 1-0 with 9 minutes and change left in the second period, but 5-on-3 for Canada right now.
Ooh, all right. Well, one thing that I do love is that we had some big-time college basketball matchups. And I do say that like college basketball is a sport that I've always loved. It's always been like at the top or right near the top for me as far as favorite sports. And it's kind of over the last couple years kind of gone down a little bit for me, partially because of the Buckeyes struggling a little bit. Yep. So that also is part of it. But the other thing to me is, gosh, it's been hard to follow when you have all these transfers in and out and players being one-year guys and one and done. However, yesterday was one of those days where you could lock in to college basketball all day long and have great action. Like that Houston and Arizona game where you're talking about a top 5 matchup. That was good. Arizona pulls off the upset win. Then you have Duke pulling off the upset win over Michigan. So to me, college basketball is starting to hit its stride now where you get to mid-February and then the rest of the way is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, and you hit it with Ohio State. Like football's always been my favorite sport, but like once football was over and basketball was at the forefront, it felt like I was as big of like a college basketball fan when it was going on, after football season. Recognizing football was my favorite. I don't have that anymore. And I think a lot of it's because Ohio State's dropped off. We had what we're going to look back on as the golden era of Ohio State basketball. Now, we didn't see the 1960s, obviously. That would be the golden era. But for like our generation, like the Mata era, now hopefully we get back to that, hopefully. But I think we're always going to look at that as like the gold standard. We were spoiled. And, and we've always talked about this, Scotty. Most of us probably were introduced to sports gambling because of the NCAA tournament. March Madness pools when we were in like elementary school or junior high. That's how we were introduced to sports gambling, which is kind of funny to think about. But it's because for me, like we got into it yesterday and it was fun. But yeah, that Duke-Michigan game's a great example. It's like an exhibition game. It meant nothing in the grand scheme. If your goal is to win a national championship, which it is for Michigan and Duke this year, for Duke every year. By the way, I like Dusty May saying he wants to put Michigan on the map. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
It's like, dude, calm down. They've been to like national championship games and stuff and won a national championship. I kind of lost my train of thought there making fun of Dusty May. It's hard to make fun of Dusty May, so the one chance I get, I'm going to take advantage of it.
So let's bring this back to a betting angle and kind of a lesson that I learned last night. So a lot of times I think we get caught up a little bit in trying to build long, big parlays. right? However, last night, you and I just sat there, watched the Duke-Michigan game, and at about halftime, I went up to the counter, and I'm like, I want to get Duke money. I don't want to put any parlays. I was starting to look at other games, and I was like, should I throw in Illinois on the money line to add a little bit of value to this? Should I throw in some other smaller games because they're going on? But there's a lesson to be learned, because what I did was I just was like, no, I'm focused in on this game, single game. I like Duke to finish this game out and win it. And so instead of trying to build a huge long parlay with a CVS length receipt of betting odds,
right.
Instead I was like, just single game. Let me be happy. Let me put one solid amount on this game and enjoy the game. And like, I think as bettors, as sports bettors, we get away from that a little bit. But I think it's a lot of fun to throw money down on one game and just all your focus be one game instead of a big parlay.
USA kills off the double penalty.
Incredible.
Nice job on the penalty kill there, boys.
Wow.
Let's go. Still 1-0 USA in the second period. We'll keep you updated on that. Yeah, Scotty, I mean, when you look at like parlays, I watch videos on them. I'm sure you have, like the professional gamblers giving advice and stuff. They're always like, don't do parlays, don't do parlays. And if you're a professional gambler, and that, you don't even have like that is your job. There are people out there that are professional gamblers, and that's their job. They say don't do parlays. Now, for somebody like me, I'm not trying to like pay my bills through sports gambling. That'd be a bad idea. So it's fun to do parlays sometimes. But if you're just straight up trying to like, follow the advice of the people that are really, really good at this. They say don't do parlays, do straight betting. And yeah, we had fun. I had money on Duke on my app and at the casino.
Yep.
So that was nice that Duke pulled it out. I'm not a huge Duke fan, but when they're playing Michigan, I am.
Right. Yeah. No, that was an interesting game. And watching Michigan, they have so much length everywhere. Right. And we're watching that first 10 minutes of that game, and we're like, oh, my gosh, this team, how are they going to lose? How are they not going to win the national championship? Well, then we saw them not be able to make their threes. Right. And any team that is going to struggle from the 3-point line is very beatable in March. So that's what happened to Duke or to Michigan last night. And Duke was able to pull off the upset. But yeah, it was one of those days where college basketball just kind of had back to back bangers. And we had so much fun watching it at the casino. But to get back to you on the long parlays and stuff, I will tell you as a sports bettor, one of the worst things that's ever happened to me is when I win a parlay that's a really long parlay and for good amount of money, because then what happens is it makes me think, oh, I can do this on the regular.
Exactly.
And you can't.
That's how they get you. Yeah.
These sites like to put out, oh, look at this person who wagered $5 and won $50,000. That's the perfect marketing technique to try and get somebody to do that. And then what happens is people dump in $5, $10, $20, $30, and they do this and they continue to lose and lose and lose and lose. It's just so rare that you're going to hit one of those parlays. It's nice to hit one of those single bets every once in a while.
No doubt about it. It's also nice to talk some Ohio State football. We're going to do that next on The Money.
I'm Jay Plyburn, anchor at 10 TV News This Morning. Not long ago, my wife Whitney and I packed up a camper van, hit the road, and spent months exploring national parks and small-town farmers markets, having the adventure of a lifetime. Now my goal is to help you start your day feeling informed and ready for what's ahead. From the impact of state and local decisions to breaking news from Dublin to Delaware, we've got you covered. Because when news moves fast, you need a team that moves with you. Make the move to 10 TV News This Morning, weekdays from 5 to 9, anywhere you watch.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Germain Honda of Dublin cares about your vehicle and your time, and they do that with same-day service with no appointment necessary. Sell them your vehicle at their buying center and get paid as soon as the same day. Shop great lease and finance offers on all the Honda favorites like the Passport, the Odyssey, and the redesigned Pilot. Service it, sell it, or drive something new. Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road just south of 270 or online at germainhondaofdublin.com.
One of the things I had decided when I started the company was we were going to build the best window possible. We were going to give the best service possible, and I think we've accomplished that. Our reputation is built on taking care of people and building a great window and then taking care of it afterwards. It's just a darn good window.
Visit Rosati Windows by the end of this month and get 35% off all windows and doors.
We've been your Jackets flagship station since day one. All the goals, all the action, all the memories. Your home for the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Fan, Ohio sports destination. Scotty Vegas is still offering player props at his kids' soccer games. This is On the Money.
Sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Scotty, I know you look forward to it every March. And that is when Ohio State kicks off spring football practice.
Yes.
It's your favorite thing in the world, isn't it? So 2 weeks from Tuesday, spring football kicks off. It always sneaks up on me, especially when they do it like they are doing it this year. They did a little different last year. They didn't do the practice for a week, take a week off for spring break, then come back. That's how they're doing it this year. They're taking they're having 1 week, then they're taking a week off, and then they're coming back for the final 3 weeks. The spring game will be on April 18th. Tickets are on sale. You can get those for $13. Let's talk about main storylines for the Buckeyes. First of all, I think this offseason was really good for them. I'd give it an A- overall. When you take everything into account, like why not A+? Well, I'll get to that. I think it was an A+ as far as coaching hires. Bringing in Art Smith as offensive coordinator, retaining Matt Patricia. That's another thing that factors in the offseason. Retaining players, retaining coaches. All right, bringing in the special teams coach. I really like that from Illinois, Disher. Now, is Cortez Hankton an upgrade over Brian Hartline as a wide receiver coach and wide receiver recruiter? No, but nobody would be. Hartline is the best in the nation at recruiting wide receivers and coaching them. But I think Hankton was a good hire. So I give Ryan Day an A, maybe an A+ for what he did with the coaching staff and retaining all the other guys. You still have Matt Guerrero around and Tim Walton and James Laurinaitis and all these guys, Larry Johnson. So great job with the coaches. First and foremost, getting Art Smith, retaining Matt Patricia, and then bringing in Disher, the special teams coach. And then transfer portal, including departures and arrivals, I give it a B+.
You like that Alabama-Ohio State pipeline?
I do like that, especially when you get Caleb Downs out of it. But I'll take getting these three guys as well. Not quite like getting Caleb Downs. So again, I think that's a solid grade. I can't give it an A because it lacks star power as far as the transfer class, but they did a good job. They added guys that are productive, that are veteran, that have a lot of snaps at the collegiate level, but lack of star power. So I give portal, arrivals, and departures because they did lose a lot of guys, but not a lot of guys that were really going to be in the mix, with a few exceptions. Quincy Porter would have obviously played. They added over 14,000 snaps, career snaps from the portal. They lost a little less than 7,000. So they're bringing in twice as many career snaps. So I give the transfer portal a B+, and I give the coaching hires an A. Factor that together, my grade for the offseason for the Buckeyes is A-, and then in about 2 weeks, they kick off spring ball.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And I'm actually going to go even higher than the A-. I'm going to say it was an A off season, and a couple other things that I want to add to what you were saying, because I agree with everything you said there as far as the coaching hires being great. The attention to special teams is another thing that I'm excited about for this coming year. The fact that, okay, now it looks like you're going to have a little confidence in the place kicker, at least you hope you will. And now that Ohio State has put an emphasis on having a special teams coordinator, love that decision. And then the other thing is the retaining of the offensive line and the continuity, because I keep coming back to this. It's like, if there's one position group that you need to have a lot of experience together with, it's offensive line, right? Like, and to me, so the fact that you're bringing back just about everybody on that offensive line, or the major contributors on the offensive line, and then you're bringing back Bo Jackson, right? And having him go from year one to year two, and the jump that we generally see with a running back from year one to year two. And then, of course, Julian saying also the experience that he had from last year and making the jump from being a starter for the first time last year to now year 2 having that. It's a really, really tough schedule. I'm excited for the really tough schedule, but I think it's been an A of an offseason.
Did you see Julian cut his hair? I had to do a double take
I saw him on the pictures from the cruise.
Yeah. I mean, I think if I had that hair, I never would have cut it, but I get it. He's trying. You talk to anybody over there, they're like, this. Nothing went to his head. He's a hard worker. He's a good guy. He's smart. His brother is going to be one of the quarterbacks and backup quarterback for the Columbus Aviators, the pro team here in town that's going to be launching. Ted Ginn Jr. being the head coach, who I think is really cool. You brought this up earlier to switch gears here. You asked me your favorite time going to an event that was a USA event.
Yeah.
So it could have been like anything, right? It could have been like the Olympics, anything like that. I don't think I've ever been to one.
That's wild.
I don't.
Really?
I'll have to call my family to make sure I'm not forgetting something. Like I've never been to the Olympics. I'm trying to think if they've had like stuff in town where it's like an exhibition or something. Did I go?
A couple that I've been to, maybe that this will trigger your memory.
Okay.
I went to the President's Cup when it was the Team USA versus the Internationals in golf at Muirfield Village. Had a blast at that. It wasn't a great weather weekend, and the USA just dominated, so it wasn't close. And then the other one that I went to a USA-Mexico soccer match. And that was at historic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was at historic Crew Stadium.
Yes.
We did a big event where we had a little bus trip where we met up, and then we took about 20 different listeners to the game, and then that was a blast. And just the atmosphere of that, very cool. There's a couple things that I'm like, I have to do. And one is I have to go to a Ryder Cup.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That's number one for me. I would love to attend the Olympics at some point. I would want it to be the Summer Olympics. Like watching the Winter Olympics this year, it's kind of like background noise for me a little bit, where you put it on the TV and, oh, okay, yeah, they're doing this, or, oh, yeah, curling's on, or, that kind of stuff. I just don't get locked in. I am locked in, obviously, into the hockey.
I'm exactly the same way, except for hockey.
But in general, I'm more locked into the Summer Olympic events. So I would love to go to like track and field or basketball or something. The flag football in the Olympics actually intrigues me as well.
And the NFL's going all in on this. I think it's going to help, increase, more fans, even in the United States, but certainly internationally. The NFL is like backing this.
Yeah.
Like, it's very interesting. Joe Burrow wants to be the quarterback of Team USA.
Well, and let's be honest with you. This hockey, the fact that they did allow the NHL players to play in it makes such a huge difference.
Massive. I mean, the last two Olympics not having the NHL players, I didn't get into it. And it's like, I love Olympic hockey. I couldn't get into it. It was like, it was just a mismatch of like amateurs, and some countries had pros. We all had amateurs. It was just like, it's just not the same. Like going back to 2002 in Salt Lake City, the Americans got to the final, and then the Canadians beat them in the gold medal. And then in 2010, they played in Vancouver. That American team was really good. Actually beat Canada earlier in the tournament, and Canada beat them. Sidney Crosby had a goal in overtime to win 3-2 in 2010. Then they played in 2014 in the semifinals. The Canadians beat them again. And then since 2014, we haven't had, so it's been 12 years. Yeah, it's awesome. You got to do this every time. I saw something this morning. This is not a surprise. This is going to be the most watched hockey game ever, probably.
Yeah. So this is going to be huge for the sport of hockey, right? Like you've got to capitalize on the excitement. Last year you had the Four Nations Cup, right? So that was something that NHL kind of capitalized on. Now you got to capitalize on this. Isaiah, I wanted to ask you, Team USA, have you ever been to an event, and then what would be your bucket list sporting event to go watch the country participate in?
I have never been to any Team USA event. If I had to pick an event to go to, I don't know, seeing Team USA basketball play would be awesome. Watching Steph like a couple of years, or what was it, 2 years ago when they were playing in the summer ones was amazing. and seeing him teamed up with LeBron and KD. But it kind of changes with the times, though. I want to see what the roster is before I want to go to that game, because if I saw Steph, KD, LeBron all playing together, that would be immediately the first one for me. The Team USA hockey's awesome, and then going back in time, if I could go to one, it would be seeing Michael Phelps swim, 100%.
So next hour, I'm going to test you guys on some football knowledge. But before we do that, I want to see how many of the top 10 you guys can hit, as far as this list is the greatest performances by Team USA in history. Okay, so it can be an individual. It can be an individual.
So it could be Michael Phelps.
It can also be a team. And so I've got a list of the top 10. I want to see how well you guys can do. Oh, no. We are all square. No.
Boo.
Oh, I did not want to hear that noise. That means
that just
Canada scored.
It felt like a matter of time, man. They were just peppering the goal.
Man.
The fact that the Americans kept it 1-0 for so long was actually pretty impressive. We'll see. 1:44 left in the second period. We are tied at 1. The Canadians just scored.
Yep. All right. Well, okay. It's top 10 Team USA performances of all time. Let's see how well you guys can do. I want you to try and get it in order.
Are we doing it now, or are we doing it?
We're doing it right now.
Are we doing another off the top?
The off the top football is next hour.
Gotcha.
This one is Team USA.
So Phelps, right?
100%.
Is that what you guys are going as number one?
Oh, we got. I thought you just needed them all. Yeah, right.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Miracle on Ice is number one.
Okay.
Definitely number one, Miracle on Ice.
Wait, what's the methodology here?
Team USA performances. So it can be a team. It can be an individual.
Based on what?
Sporting events.
No, but why? No, I get it. Why is a Miracle on Ice? No,
why is that bigger than Michael Phelps?
Phelps winning like 1 million gold medals. Like what's the rationale is what I'm asking. I'm trying to understand what we're doing here. I mean, having the Miracle on Ice number one, I get it, but like Phelps,
I think biggest moments.
Okay, that makes sense. Biggest moments.
I think that would be the way to.
Brandi Chastain, that was not the Olympics, so that wouldn't be. Or no, that was. It doesn't have to be Olympics.
That counts. That counts.
I bet Brandi Chastain. What do you think?
Let's do it.
99 World Cup.
Okay, that's number
China.
4.
Okay.
You got number 1 and number 4 so far. You did say Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps is on the list at number 5.
How about our guy? How about Jesse Owens taking it to Hitler?
That's a good call. Number 2.
You guys ever seen the video of Hitler watching the Olympics and he's like tweaking? There's all the stories now. He was like a complete drug addict. You have to watch it. You can watch. There's a video of this on YouTube. Hitler like watching like Jesse Owens like dominate the Olympics and he's like freaking out. He's like literally shaking. It's hilarious. All right, we got our guy Jesse Owens. All
1936 Jesse Owens.
Let's think track. Is there anything like maybe Carl Lewis or one of those guys? Let me think here.
What about Katie Ledecky? Get her on there. She's got to be on there, right?
I would think so. Let me double. I do not see Katie Ledecky, which is weird.
What about Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding? I mean, seriously, right? That's when you talk about like biggest story. That was like, I don't care if you didn't care about figure skating at all. That was a huge story in the United States.
Katie Ledecky is on the honorable mention.
Honorable mention.
Yeah.
What about the Dream Team?
Yes.
Okay.
Finally, we got to the Dream Team. I was wondering when we were getting there. That's number 3.
That's a good one.
So, number 1, Miracle on Ice. Number 2, Jesse Owens at the 1936 Olympics. Number 3, the Dream Team, 1992. Number 4, Brandi Chastain, 1999 World Cup Finals. Number 5 was Michael Phelps at the 2008 Olympics. And you've got a few left here. What
about Muhammad Ali? In 1996.
That
the boxing
is not on here.
What about Cassius Clay?
Not on here.
Mama call him Clay, I'm going to call him Clay.
Not even honorable mention.
Really? Interesting. Okay. Is there any boxing on there?
No.
No, when Roy Jones Jr. got screwed out of the gold medal in Korea in 1988 when he beat the crap out of the South Korean guy, but the Korean judges all awarded and even the Korean guy like put like Roy Jones's hand up as the winner because he knew he got his butt kicked. That should be on there too. All right, keep going.
Think Columbus ties.
Columbus tie. Oh, Simone Biles.
Simone Biles.
Okay,
yep. That's number 6.
I'm glad we got our Ohio State guy and Jesse Owens.
Yeah, how about that? Top two local ties.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Number 7, think swimming.
Mark Spitz.
There you go. That was Mark Spitz, 1972.
72.
He completed 7 swimming events in those Olympics and won all 7, doing so by setting a world record in each of those contests. That's amazing. That's only number 7 on the list.
One thing I think would be cool seeing is, especially it's going to be here in the United States, if the United States soccer team, actually, the men's soccer team actually got to like the knockout round, that'd be cool. I mean, just seeing them even in like the qualifying round would be cool, but seeing like a knockout round, seeing the United States men's national team, especially here on American soil, that'd be cool. I mean, I'm not a huge soccer fan, but I like it, and the World Cup is awesome.
Yeah, so 8 is also soccer, and it is women's soccer. And I don't remember it, to be honest. Carly Lloyd.
Oh, from like midfield?
2015 World Cup final against Japan. That's number 8.
Oh, I remember that. She kicked one from like midfield that went in. And I think she had like 4 goals or something. They just destroyed them.
Number 9, Landon Donovan, goal in the 2010 World Cup against Algeria.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And number 10, Michael Johnson at the 1996 Olympics.
Michael Johnson.
Johnson.
No Carl Lewis? Jeez.
He was the first male athlete to claim gold in both the 200 and 400 meter races.
Frankly, Michael Jordan 84 Olympics should be on there. You talked to they had during the Jordan, one of the documentaries. I don't think it was The Last Dance. I think it was a different one. They were saying, listen, if the Olympics happened before the draft that year, Jordan's going number 1. He's not falling to 3.
I'm actually surprised that this didn't make the top 10. Carrie Strug, 1996 Olympics, and how iconic that moment was when, she landed that and basically on one leg, and then she's carried off by her coach.
Yeah, that's right. How about Mary Lou Retton, too? Speaking of gymnastics, that was a big one in 84. Mary Lou Retton winning the gold. All right, up next, the NFL offseason. What's piqued our interest? That's coming up next on The Money.
Head to 971thefan.com to listen on demand and subscribe to all our podcasts. Wasting time has never been easier. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
It's Timmy Hall and Common Man for Hollywood Casino Columbus, and all month long, there's so much money to win.
You can win $1 million instantly, plus every week there's multiple ways to score big Penn Cash prizes.
And new members who sign up for the Penn Play app can win up to $2,026 in Penn Cash.
And you see the brunch items they still have at the Sportsbook restaurant? Biscoff stuffed French toast, Country Benedict.
Plus, on March 6th, we got Muay Thai and Championship Boxing tickets available on Ticketmaster.
Oh, Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Hey, it's Matty Ice. February is the month of love, and my buddies at McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion have the deals you'll love all month long. You can lease a brand new 26 Chevy Silverado for $289 a month for 36 months with only $39.98 due at signing, or you can save up to $13,000 off MSRP if you finance. Terms and restrictions apply. They have one of the largest selections of Silverados in the area. They're just off Route 23095 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom.
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from...
We can be twinsies.
...to...
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
I was ordering food for the office from the same few places for too long.
For workplaces suffering with office food fatigue, every day's a struggle.
Before starting Easy Cater, I assumed having no good vegan options for Carl in finance was normal.
Easy Cater is designed to treat OFF with a huge variety of favorite restaurants, plus tools to help you meet dietary needs and stay on budget. Used daily, one platform lets you save time and shine. Ask your app store about Easy Cater or start an order at easycater.com.
This is Pause Before You Play, and it's time for more game day picks from local sports fans. You're on the air. Who you got?
Actually, I'm not betting, just chilling and watching the game.
I know that move, a pause. Sounds like you've got a winning strategy.
Exactly. After I set limits and recognized the risk, I knew it was time to stop.
Now that is responsible betting, folks. Sports are fast. Betting shouldn't be. Make a plan at pausebeforeyouplay.org. That's pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Why does it matter to members that Aetna was named a Best Medicare Advantage company by U.S. News & World Report? Because they chose a plan that gives them real support, real people, and real care. We show up with care management that ensures doctors work together on complicated conditions. We show up with the latest in online tools to make healthcare easier to use anytime. We don't show up for awards. We show up for you. And showing up for you is how healthier happens together.
The nightmare of the cleared drain. Those drain clearing specials from the other guys seem like a great deal until you realize the only thing really going down your drain is your money. At the Waterworks, we mean clean. Our service doesn't just clear your drains, it cleans them too. It's done right the first time, so that nightmare of a drain becomes a dream come true. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call 614-232-2222 to get started. What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Oh no. Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now.
What's up, everybody? This is Jeremy Birmingham Berm from the Austin and Berm Show here on 97.1 The Fan. I hit maintenance after dropping 35 pounds on Awaken 180, and I'm not going to pretend that I don't feel different, because this is the first time in a long time I've actually reached a goal that I set for my physical health instead of just talking about one, thanks to Awaken 180. I'm under 200 pounds for the first time in 25 years, and that's not a small thing. I didn't have to muscle my way there either. The Awaken 180 coaches walked me through it. Every adjustment, every tweak. They made it simple. Honestly, it was easier than I expected. This now feels like momentum. I'm in maintenance mode, and I'm not guessing. I can have pizza. I can have ice cream. All the things I used to love are back on my menu, but my metabolism is firing on all cylinders. The difference is my body doesn't crave it all the time. It was a mindset change and not a Band-Aid. That's the part that changes everything. If you've been circling the same goal for years, maybe you don't need more willpower. Maybe what you need is what I had, a plan, a coach, and a system that makes it easy. Awaken180weightloss.com.
One of the things I had decided when I started the company was we were going to build the best window possible. We were going to give the best service possible, and I think we've accomplished that. Our reputation is built on taking care of people and building a great window and then taking care of it afterwards. It's just a darn good window.
Visit Rosati Windows by the end of this month and get 35% off all windows and doors.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Dave Biddle named his own dog Parlay. This is On the Money.
Sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Well, started out good, right? 1-0. USA took the opening goal, took the lead, and unfortunately, Canada answers. And so we are at the end of the second period, and it is tied 1-1. Your current betting odds, though, Dave, Canada minus 125 on the money line, USA minus 105.
Okay.
So you're right there at about a 50-50 game, 1-1, and heading into the third period. You're down. Like your emotions. I could see the anger that was coming through you when that goal was scored, because you kind of lost a little bit of that love, that excitement when that happened.
Good time to have the break here for the Americans. They can go in there, they can, and it's 1-1. Like you're saying, it's almost like an even money game. Just by watching this game, though, Canada is just peppering the goal left and right. Like, they have so many more shots on goal. I'd have to see the exact number. They're on commercial right now. But, yeah, it just, Canada is just, to say they dominated the first two periods is too strong, because it's 1-1. But they had a lot more chances than the Americans did. So hopefully the U.S. can just, get a goal here, get up 2-1 and hold on. But, yeah, right now I would be surprised if the Canadians don't win. They look like the better team.
So I want to go over some NFL regular season win totals for next year. We're talking about a lot of new coaches in the AFC North, right? So 3.
It's crazy.
And not
to me.
Zach Taylor.
And if somebody would have told you that, let's say, even midway through the NFL season, or even right after, if someone said, okay, there's going to be 3 new coaches in the AFC North out of the 4, pick the 3. Zach Taylor would have been one of the three you picked for sure, right? Like, I can't believe I'm saying this. I even told you during the break, I'm like, don't repeat this because I don't want to lose any street cred for my Bengals fans. But like, I don't have a problem with it because if you're the Bengals and you did fire Zach Taylor, especially this cycle, who are you going to hire? You think John Harbaugh was going to come to work for the Brown family? No. Like, who are they going to hire? So I don't mind running it back. You know, Joe Burrow likes him. There's a continuity with the coaching staff on both sides of the ball. I didn't have a problem with it. That being said, it's still shocking to me. It's shocking to me that Harbaugh leaves the Ravens, really gets fired, didn't even have a chance to speak with the owner like in person. The owner calls him when Harbaugh's driving home from the facility. Mike Tomlin steps away. Stefanski gets fired. And then Stefanski was like a hot name. He had his choice of a few different jobs and took the Falcons job. So, yeah, it's crazy that 75% of the AFC North teams have new head coaches, and one of them's not the Cincinnati Bengals.
So your AFC North odds, Ravens the favorite at minus 110, Bengals plus 220, and then you have the Steelers plus 550 and the Browns 10-1. I also have season win totals for the teams from the AFC North. For Cincinnati, the over-under win total is 9.5. That's exactly right. 9.5.
I like their chances of going 10-7, maybe even 11-6. They were 6-11 this past year. Played a lot of the season without Burrow. The defense is not going to be good. It just can't be awful. They need to get it to be average. If they can get an average defense with this offense, they could be a problem.
Isaiah, your Cleveland Browns season win total is
6.5.
6.5. Look at you guys.
Nailed it.
Absolutely. Pittsburgh Steelers, if you guys had to guess a number for them for season win total, and it makes sense because this always seems like the number.
9.5?
It's actually 8.5.
Oh, I should have went with my first instinct. I almost went 8.5. You talked me into 9.5. Yeah. What do you guys think about that hire, by the way? I'm going to get Isaiah's thoughts on Monken as well, but McCarthy to Pittsburgh. And I know he's a Pittsburgh guy, but I feel like if he wasn't a Pittsburgh guy, that would not have been the hire. This is his third team. He's 62 years old.
I don't like it.
I was going to say, if I'm a Steeler fan, I have a little trepidation with that hire.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that hire. Now, the last team in the AFC North overall win total, Baltimore is 10.5.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see about Minter. I think that was a solid hire. I'm curious, what's the vibe from, I'm having you speak on for all of Cleveland Browns Nation here, Isaiah. What's kind of the vibe with bringing in Monken and the coaching staff he hired?
I think people are excited, I think, because the Ravens have been so close to home to us and have dominated us so much. So bringing over all of the coaches from Baltimore, I think people like that because they've seen Baltimore year after year beat the Browns and be a well-run organization. But the part of it that people question is when we moved on from Stefanski and you decided that you were going to get rid of Jim Schwartz, apparently, when I don't even know, I'm not even sure if they decided they were moving on from Jim Schwartz. He decided he was moving on from them. But that's the part that I think the most trepidation is the defense. Where's the defense going to be at? It was the one thing that's working. You kick Jim Schwartz to the curb, and now we have a lackluster offense, and can the defense continue to perform well? We'll see.
That would have been perfect for the Browns to have if Schwartz just would have stayed as defensive coordinator. I know that was their pie in the sky. We'll get an offensive head coach. Maybe we'll talk Jim into staying, but Jim wanted the head coaching job or he wasn't going to stay. All right, my friends, the first hour of the show is in the books. Stick around for the second hour. This is On the Money.
Just when you thought afternoons couldn't get any dumber.
You fellas been doing a bit of boozing, have you?
Common Man and Timmy.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
Your home for dumb. The Fan.
Listen up, basketball fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $150 into something bigger when you bet on player points, rebounds, triple doubles.
$150 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
It's Skyway time at Skyline Chili. Come get your Skyline 3, 4, or 5-way with 50% extra cheese at no extra charge. Regular and large ways only at participating Skyline restaurants for a limited time.
It's never a bad time to fire up the grill. At Billiards Plus, the grilling season never ends. While you're grill shopping, you'll love browsing Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family owned and operated, Billiards Plus on Dublin Central Drive in Dublin.
At Babs R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement. As the Midwest's fastest growing 5-star bathroom remodeler, we're more than just transformations. We're a community driven by a mission to bring your dreams to life. Our installation team, part of the Babs R Us community, isn't just skilled. They're dedicated to respecting your home. Each day, they bring craftsmanship and hustle, turning your dream space, no matter the size, into reality. Together, we embrace a culture that values diversity, collaboration, and giving back. From supporting local projects to fostering a workplace where every voice is valued, Babs R Us is more than a company. It's a community of experts. We're also expanding locations to create more possibilities for homeowners across the Midwest. Wherever you are, you'll find us ready to turn your dreams into something you can see, feel, and enjoy every day. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BAB to schedule your free estimate or go to babsrus.com. Babs R Us, where dreams soak in.
Matty Ice here with the Columbus Men's Clinic. Guys, you've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you're noticing issues with low T or ED, then your relationships, your confidence, and even your career has already been affected. So, guys, no more excuses. Columbus Men's Clinic has a medical provider focused solely on ED and low T the right way. Since 2014, they've been helping men get safe, effective treatment for over a decade. So call them at 614-300-7400 right now or book online in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com. Did you know there's treatments that can help you maintain what you've got? Yeah, that's right, fellas. Just like going to the gym to maintain muscle, there are ways to keep ED and low T at bay without a pill. So it's time to show up for yourself, for your family, and a lot more by going to the Columbus Men's Clinic. Call them at 614-300-7400 or book them online at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, for every man in every season of life.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Isaiah Jacob. Team USA and Canada are underway in the gold medal game in hockey. After the second period, Team USA and Canada are tied up 1-1. In the first, Team USA went up on a Matt Boldy goal, assisted by Austin Matthews and Quinn Hughes. And in the second, Canada answered on a Kale Maker goal. Yesterday in college hoops, multiple marquee matchups. Third-ranked Duke beat number 1 Michigan 68-63, handing the Wolverines just their second loss of the season. Cincinnati took down 8th-ranked Kansas on the road 84-68, and then UCLA defeated 10th-ranked Illinois 95-94. Today in hoops, OSU travels to 15th-ranked Michigan State at 1 p.m., while the 10th-ranked Lady Bucks host USC at 2 p.m. Cavs also in action today against the Oklahoma City Thunder at 1 as they try to extend their winning streak to 6-0 since the James Harden acquisition. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Some people golf on Sunday mornings. Some people place bets on the people playing golf on Sunday mornings. This is On the Money.
Sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Welcome back to On the Money, 97.1 The Fan. I am Dave Biddle. I am joined by Scott Prokop. We, of course, like to call him Scotty Vegas. We have our all-star producer, Isaiah Jacob, at the controls. And right about now, it's time for the parlay party. Hit it, Isaiah. All right, parlay parties where we celebrate anything we want to celebrate. Could be a nice parlay that we hit. Could be anything at all. Scotty Vegas, what are you celebrating this morning?
Celebrating the college hoops yesterday. That was a lot of fun watching Michigan go down to Duke. You and I both benefited monetarily, winning bets on Duke over Michigan last night. We were at the casino and cashed our tickets at the end of the night on that one. And excited for Ohio State hoops today, coming off their best performance against Wisconsin during the week. Now they play Michigan State with another at-bat for a chance to get another quality win. And Isaiah, we are just now starting the third period of the gold medal match, USA-Canada. Hit it.
Great moments are born from great opportunity. And that's what you have here tonight, boys. That's what you've earned here tonight. One game. If we played them 10 times, they might win 9. But not this game. Not tonight. Tonight, we skate with them. Tonight, we stay with them. And we shut them down because we can. Tonight, we are the greatest hockey team in the world. You were born to be hockey players. Every one of you. And you were meant to be here tonight. This is your time. Their time is done. It's over. I'm sick and tired of hearing about what a great hockey team the Soviets have. Screw them. This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
Woo! All right, now those
I'm fired up.
goosebumps. Let's go. We
USA.
got 19 and a half minutes to go win this gold medal.
Let's go.
That's what I'm celebrating this Sunday, Dave. What about you? What's your parlay party?
That's the thing. Like, if you told me ahead of time, okay, it's going to be third period, it's going to be tied at 1, USA against Canada for the gold, I would have taken that a million times out of a million. Let's see what happens. Like, when the U.S. gets an early 1-0 lead, then Canada ties it, you're a little down. But now, third period, let's go. Let's go. It's not really next goal wins, but it definitely feels that way. So let's see what happens here. The Americans can win their first gold in men's ice hockey in 46 years. Definitely celebrating this tournament. It's been a lot of fun. Hopefully it ends with an American gold. And like you said, I'm celebrating our time at the casino last night, making a little money off of Duke beating Michigan was nice. I also had a little bet on Arizona upsetting Houston, so it was a pretty good day at the casino. Isaiah, what are you celebrating?
Well, one thing I'm celebrating is Dave's big win last Sunday because he decided to bet on the Daytona 500.
Ooh.
I couldn't believe that.
And at least tell us that it was happening.
I forgot about that. That was a week ago. Yeah, my $5 to win 180 or whatever it was on Tyler Reddick. Yeah.
Gotta love the Daytona 500. But some of the things I'm celebrating today, one thing, the Cavs back in action at 1 o'clock today. They're 5-0 since they acquired James Harden. I was pretty against the trade in the beginning because I've always liked Darius Garland. We drafted him. I've loved him since he came here, but Harden has been fantastic. The Cavs have been rolling. They're now in the 4 seed in the East, just like one game back of the 2 seed. So they're back in the mix, looking pretty good. The other thing, Ohio State lacrosse keeps rolling. 5-0, got another win yesterday. So love seeing the Bucks get a couple more wins, and we've got a couple more good ones coming up.
How's your lacrosse team doing?
Good. We're 1 week in, so we got through the first week of practice. The one thing I'm not celebrating is this past week, it was like 60 degrees every day. It felt so good. It was kind of like a fall spring. And then tomorrow and today and Tuesday, we're back down in the 30s. So when coach is cold, it's never fun.
Make them run. Make them run till they can't eat supper.
Then they'll get warm running. He's just going to run them to death.
That's one of my favorite Bob Knight quotes. You guys lose to Purdue, you're going to run till you can't eat supper.
Oh, gosh.
Now, there's a lot more in that quote that I can't say on air.
And there's like a lot of talk that it was, what's the coach's name? He's with the Clippers now in the front office. Lawrence Frank. There's a lot of talk. Lawrence Frank was the one that recorded that because he was either a student manager or something or an assistant coach for Bobby Knight. There was a story on The Athletic trying to find out how that got leaked.
Oh, my gosh.
And a lot of people think it's Lawrence Frank. Dan Dockich was saying it's Lawrence Frank. Other people were saying it's Lawrence Frank. That's so funny. But it was Bobby Knight. It was a couple days before they played Purdue, and Purdue had got the best of him the last couple of years. And
early 90s?
He was going off. It was either early 90s or late 80s.
I think they referenced Greg Graham in there. If you're not going to recover Greg Graham, then the rest of you are going to run till you can't eat supper.
Yeah, you're right. That's probably the one line we can actually say that was I
know, I have to be careful.
Yeah, it's right. It's like the Scotty Doesn't Know song.
You're right.
You only can play part of that song. You can't play most of that song.
Only can say part of that little clip right there.
Yeah, that is very true. All right, Ohio State basketball, men's basketball. We'll get to women's basketball as well, too. Men's basketball, tough one today. They're going to be playing at Michigan State, 1 o'clock, a game you can hear right here on 97.1 The Fan. Buckeyes are 10.5-point underdogs. That seems about right to me. You think that's a little high?
I do.
Without Junie, though? I know last game, Devin Royal, but man, can you do it 2 games in a row? Without Junie, that's going to be tough sledding, man. So 2 games ago against Virginia, you led a huge chunk of that game. That was a neutral site game against a top 15 team. You ended up losing. You blew the lead and lost late, but they played right there. This is a team, gosh, you look at Ohio State and the inconsistency. Well, maybe they're consistently inconsistent because you look back, going all the way back to basically the start of the calendar year, going back to the Rutgers game.
win, loss, win, loss, win, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. So it's been so crazy how it's gone back and forth. Win a game, lose a game, win a game, lose a game, win a game, lose a game, win a game, lose a game. No momentum either way. No terrible long losing streaks, which we have seen in the past with Ohio State hoops, where they'll go on a little situation where they lose 3 or 4 in a row, and it's like, oh, well, that's the end of the season. So you haven't had that, but you also haven't been able to like capitalize on momentum. So I'm hoping after playing their best game, undeniably, that Wisconsin game was the best they've played all year.
Yep.
And that was without Mobley.
Right. I know, but Devin Royal had like an unbelievable game.
He played great.
And he played terrible against Virginia. I think he's going to play solid today. I don't know if he can play as good. If he plays as good as he did last game, I think the Buckeyes will have a shot at pulling the upset. It's just they have the proverbial big 3. Now you're down to 2, and Royal's so inconsistent.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's just been a team that's been so inconsistent. The one consistent on Ohio State hoops we know is Bruce Thornton.
Yep.
And what he's done is incredible, and it's going to be fun to watch him kind of make this chase to be the top scorer in school history, which I think he'll get. I actually was trying to map it out because the last regular season game of the year is Indiana. And if he kind of stays on track, scoring about 20, 21, 22 a game, it looks like he might break that record in the Indiana game at home in the last day on senior day, and that would be special. So I've been tracking down tickets to go to that one because I think that'd be a lot of fun to witness.
They're right on the bubble. I've seen some have them as the first 4 out, and then after the Wisconsin game, there were a few people had them first 4 or last 4 in.
Yep.
I mean, they are just right on the bubble.
Well, so the bracket matrix, again, I reference this because they take over 120 different brackets and they average them all together. 55 of the 120 have Ohio State in at this point. But if you average it all together, Ohio State's the first team out. So, like, it's so close right now. The margin for error is so small. And you're watching these other bubble teams. You're watching UCLA last night against Illinois. You're watching Missouri because they're another team that's, like, right on the bubble. You're watching Georgia, teams like that, Santa Clara even. You're watching those scores now. But if Ohio State can pull off a win over Michigan State, then you might not have to do as much score watching. Because then that would move Ohio State in on their own.
Yeah, I mean, if they can either get this one or Purdue at home, that would do it. Yeah. That would do it. As long as they hold serve,
Don't lose to Penn State.
Right, don't lose to Penn State. Beat Indiana in the season finale, like you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you had to bet right now, you had to bet $100 or whatever, something that means a good amount to you, you betting Ohio State's going to make it or miss the tournament?
Oh my gosh, it is so close to 50-50 in my head. I do think Ohio State beats Penn State and Indiana to end the year. It's can they find one more amongst that Michigan State, Iowa, and Purdue? I think they're going to find one. I honestly don't think they're probably winning today. But if they could find their way to win at Iowa or at home, Jake pulls one of those big wins out, which he's done in the past, and beats Purdue at home, then I think you can find your way in.
Yeah, 12-8 in the Big Ten, you're getting in.
Yeah, so I think 3 out of 5
that you get in.
Avoid a bad loss in the Big Ten tournament first game.
Yeah.
Then you'd be in. So, I'm going to go with yes. I'm staying positive.
If they go 3-2 in these last 5 games, I think they're in. I think they have a shot if they finish 2-3 these last 2 games.
Yeah, you need some Big Ten tournament help, though.
You would. At least 1, maybe 2, because you'd be 11-9 in the Big Ten. And that'll look good. And I know that, they've lost all these close games in the non-conference, but they were in all of them. They should have beat North Carolina. They're right there with Virginia. It's just too bad they couldn't get one of those. And that Pitt loss was just an awful loss. But, all right, real quick, women's basketball. Hosting Southern Cal today, 2 o'clock. They're coming off a loss at Minnesota, 74-61. But this Ohio State women's basketball team ranked 10th in the nation. They're just steady, man. They're just steady. I think McGuff, it'd be nice to see them go on a long run, but they made an Elite 8 run a few years ago. He's done a solid job with that program. There's no doubt about it.
Well, and you got to bounce back, right? So you've had 2 ranked losses in a row. You lose by 1 at home against Maryland, 76-75. That one was disappointing. And then you have a road loss at Minnesota. You lose by 13. This is a get right point right before you have the big one in 3 days, home against Michigan. That game will be awesome. That's a huge one this week that they'll have, but you got to make sure you take care of USC first, get that win, and set everything up for that Michigan game.
Isaiah, you ready for the next segment? Scotty's going to quiz us. We call it off the top. That's coming up next on The Money.
We're known for three things: games, conversation, and Common Man yelling about things only he cares about. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hey there, friends. Bill Bishop here from my friends at High Bank Distillery Co. It's well known High Bank is my go-to when I want an award-winning whiskey, but did you also know that they make the best vodka in America? They have 3 incredible spots here in Central Ohio where the food is just as good as what's in the glass. They've got something for everyone, and get this, kids eat half off every Monday, so whether you're sipping on the best vodka in America or simply grabbing a meal with family and friends, High Bank delivers every time. Find a location and a menu at highbankco.com. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
We have made our community a very important part of our business. One of the things that many people may not realize is that I was born and raised in Columbus. Our plant is in Columbus. All of our employees are from Ohio. And the community hears about all this stuff. And so the community trusts us.
Visit Rosati Windows by the end of this month and get 35% off all windows and doors.
It's never a bad time to fire up the grill. At Billiards Plus, the grilling season never ends. While you're grill shopping, you'll love browsing Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family owned and operated, Billiards Plus on Dublin Central Drive in Dublin.
It's Timmy Hall and Common Man for Hollywood Casino Columbus, and all month long, there's so much money to win.
You can win $1 million instantly, plus every week there's multiple ways to score big Penn Cash prizes.
And new members who sign up for the Penn Play app can win up to $2,026 in Penn Cash.
And you see the brunch items they still have at the Sportsbook restaurant? Biscoff stuffed French toast, country Benedict.
Plus, on March 6th, we got Muay Thai and Championship Boxing tickets available on Ticketmaster.
Oh, Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
This is Pause Before You Play, and it's time for more game day picks from local sports fans. You're on the air. Who you got?
Actually, I'm not betting, just chilling and watching the game.
I know that move. A pause. Sounds like you've got a winning strategy.
Exactly. After I set limits and recognized the risk, I knew it was time to stop.
Now that is responsible betting, folks. Sports are fast. Betting shouldn't be. Make a plan at pausebeforeyouplay.org. That's pausebeforeyouplay.org.
I'm Jay Plyburn, anchor at 10 TV News This Morning. Not long ago, my wife Whitney and I packed up a camper van, hit the road, and spent months exploring national parks and small-town farmers markets, having the adventure of a lifetime. Now my goal is to help you start your day feeling informed and ready for what's ahead. From the impact of state and local decisions to breaking news from Dublin to Delaware, we've got you covered. Because when news moves fast, you need a team that moves with you. Make the move to 10 TV News This Morning, weekdays from 5 to 9, anywhere you watch.
All your favorite and least favorite fan shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just type in 971 The Fan to the search bar and hit that subscribe button. It's free.
We're the land of the free and the home of the sunburnt, freckled fat guy.
Do it now.
Why does it matter to members that Aetna was named a Best Medicare Advantage company by U.S. News and World Report? Because they chose a plan that gives them real support, real people, and real care. We show up with care management that ensures doctors work together on complicated conditions. We show up with the latest in online tools to make healthcare easier to use anytime. We don't show up for awards. We show up for you. And showing up for you is how healthier happens together.
Get Eco.
Hey, Jerry. Remember when we launched our $93 drain clearing offer and you invented the phrase 93 or free?
You know, I've actually written quite a few catchphrases in my career.
Oh, yeah. Aren't you the guy who wrote Bob's Your Uncle?
Yep.
for my friend Steve, who has an Uncle Bob. I was as surprised as anyone when it caught on with the general public.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Well, we need 93 or free to catch on. Our experts will clear your clogged household drain for just $93. If we can't, it's free. And we guarantee it'll stay clear for at least a year, or we'll clear it again for free.
Get Eco, and Bob's your uncle, your drains are clear.
Get Eco.
ECO.
But Jerry, my uncle's name is Michael.
Get Eco, and Michael's your uncle, your drains are clear.
Let's stick with 93 or free.
Yeah, good call.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We are tracking scattered snow showers here across the area for today into tonight, and overall there will be the chance for a couple heavier bursts of snowfall as we get into this afternoon. Not going to see a lot of that, and in total we're tracking about a dusting to a couple of inches here by tonight. And that's a look at your 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Aaron White here on 97.1 The Fan.
We test marketed naming the show A Guy and His Butlers.
Oh, that is very touching.
But we thought Bishop and Friends had a better ring to it.
Weekday mornings at 9.
The Fan. Scotty Vegas can't even pronounce most of the names of the tennis players he bets on. He doesn't care as long as they win. You're listening to On the Money.
Sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Less than 8 minutes to go for the gold medal in the hockey game. Right now, we are still tied 1-1. Your current betting odds: USA even money, Canada minus 120. Less than 8 minutes to go. We are going to keep you updated as we go. It's intense in this studio. There's a lot of screaming, a lot of yelling, a lot of staring. I'm like, the TV's a little small and the little clock in the corner's tiny, so I keep leaving my seat to go see exactly what's going on. But we are going to keep track of it as we go into the final 8 minutes of this intense, great gold medal game. It is now time for Off the Top, and this is the segment where I quiz you and Isaiah on something in sports. And I'm excited about this because this chart, I was sent this chart this week, and I spent probably a half hour really looking at it and studying it and kind of entertained by it. But what it is it's the AP poll, and it's most combined appearances in the being number one in the AP poll. How many weeks a school was number one in the AP poll in either football or men's basketball. Okay, and so this is the AP poll has been around for a very, very long time. 1936 is when the first college football poll came out, 1936.
This is all together, so if it was like Ohio State football, it'd be how many weeks total, not
how many
consecutive
weeks total.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay,
but
gotcha.
I'm less interested in getting the number of weeks. I'm more interested in you guys getting the teams. So let's start this out by who do you guys think in the history of the AP poll has spent the most time at number one? And again, this is football and basketball combined.
UCLA men's basketball. They went on just that crazy run with Wooden. They just dominated the sport. I would be hard-pressed to think of anybody to be number one in the AP poll longer than UCLA men's basketball.
I like it. Let's run it, Dave.
UCLA is number 4. They are number 4. They actually have 134 weeks as number one in basketball. So you are right. They've absolutely dominated. But they've only spent 7 weeks as the number one team in college football in the AP poll.
Oh, we're doing football and basketball combined.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant teams like
this guy.
I know, right?
He's selling me. How about Alabama? That feels like they were up there for a while.
Why are we including basketball and? Okay, go ahead.
It's combined. It's both sports combined.
Well,
all right.
You did a really good job of explaining that before we started the segment.
I said it 3 times. I said it 3 times. I don't know.
Isaiah,
like
did
you
guys
catch
are
on to
really
that
bad
at this off the top.
Yeah, we're really bad at it. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, Alabama.
Yes.
Okay. Ohio State.
Are they number 1?
No. Alabama's number 3.
Ohio State.
Ohio State is number 1.
Boom.
Heck yeah, we are.
They spent 120 weeks number 1 in football, 37 weeks number one in basketball. So Ohio State has 157 combined weeks at number one in the AP poll.
What about Notre Dame? Basketball gives me a little pause here, but man, we're going back to 36, you said?
Yeah. Nope, they are not in the top. Well, all right, let's see. They're number 8. Notre Dame is number 8.
Let's think of like you think USC's on there?
USC is, I think Oklahoma probably too.
Okay. You're missing one basketball power that's number 2.
Kansas?
Nope.
Duke
has 147 weeks where they were number 1, and it was all in basketball.
Okay. What about Carolina?
So North Carolina comes in at number 6.
Okay.
1 week, number 1 in football. 113 weeks, they were number 1 in basketball.
Hell of a week.
Yeah.
That was a great week. Do we think the team up north is on this list, Isaiah?
I think they definitely could be. Let's throw it on there. Is Michigan on the list?
They are number 14.
So they're not really on the list.
No,
okay.
they were not in the top 10.
We just brought them up to shame them.
Yeah.
And who's number 1 again? Oh, Ohio State.
157 weeks.
Say it loud for the people in the back.
And again, we are looking for number 1, the weeks spent number 1 in either basketball or football in the AP poll at number 1. So 157 weeks for Ohio State. That was number 1. Duke, which you guys got, is 147 weeks, all being basketball, of course. Number 3 was Alabama, where they have 141 weeks where they were number 1 in football, 4 weeks where they were number 1 in basketball. UCLA, which you brought up first, has 134 weeks in being number 1 in basketball, 7 in football. And then we're still looking for number 5.
Still looking for number 5. Is it in the Big Ten by any chance?
No.
How about North Carolina? Are they on there somewhere?
They're number 6.
Yeah.
Number 6, okay.
Let's see here. Do we say Texas yet?
We've not said Texas.
You have not said Texas?
Texas.
Let's see. Texas, 3, 6.
It's not Texas.
They are actually 21st.
Oh, geez.
On this list. Only 52 weeks at number 1.
Come on, Longhorns. Who are we leaving out? Give us a hint.
Some of the other schools, I think, of football-wise, if we're thinking older ones, like could Nebraska, did they have a long enough run? Florida State's another one. Did they have a long enough run? Are either of them on there?
So number 4 is Kentucky. Or no, I'm sorry. Number 5 is Kentucky.
Okay, yeah.
Number 5 is Kentucky. 125 weeks. And again, all basketball. 0 weeks at number 1 in football.
Interesting.
And then 6 was North Carolina. You didn't get 7 yet.
Give me a hint.
Currently SEC.
Currently SEC. Okay.
Florida. It's got to be Florida, right?
It's not Florida.
Oh, my gosh.
Currently SEC. So that's a team that used to not be in the... We already said Oklahoma and Texas. How about
Oklahoma. Oklahoma is number 7.
Oh, okay. I thought we already said Oklahoma.
Then Notre Dame at 8, 9, USC.
Okay.
10, Kansas.
All right.
And what's funny about Kansas, too, is it's 81 weeks they've been number 1 in basketball, 0 weeks in football. And then you've got Florida State, Nebraska, Miami, and then Michigan.
I'm proud that Ohio State's number 1.
I
That's
know.
pretty cool.
That's why I was staring at this list. And I love the fact that Ohio State Hoops actually has 37 weeks where they were number 1 in the AP poll.
Interesting. I mean, a few of those were the Jimmy Jackson years. I remember they were number 1 for a while, and obviously, was it Kraft's? Yeah, Kraft's freshman year, Sullinger's freshman year, they were the number 1 overall seed entering the NCAA tournament. They lost to Kentucky in the Sweet 16. I was there in Newark, New Jersey. Beautiful Newark, New Jersey. If you've ever been there, you know it's not beautiful. We were going to go to New York, the actual city, the next day, and then Kentucky upset them. That was a tough draw for Ohio State, considering they were the number 1 overall seed.
Couple things surprised me in all the years. So Penn State is 31st in this list.
Because they've never been number 1 in basketball.
And they've only had 21 weeks number 1 in football. So they are actually behind Clemson. They are behind Pittsburgh. They're behind UNLV. They're behind Army.
And that probably didn't start till the 60s at the earliest, right?
Yeah.
Because they didn't really do anything until Paterno got there, and it took him even a little bit to really get going. I think, and because they were independent for a long time.
Behind
as we know.
Houston. Yeah.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, this list, top 10, most combined appearances, number 1 in the AP poll, Ohio State, number 1, number 2, Duke, 3, Alabama, 4, UCLA, 5, Kentucky, 6, North Carolina, 7, Oklahoma, 8, Notre Dame, 9, USC, and number 10 is Kansas. We're going to take a quick break, 2-minute timeout, and do this or that. This is On the Money.
Menards 11% rebate is here. From lighting to lumber, from doors to floors. The bigger the project, the bigger the rebate. From painting projects to that new kitchen makeover and designing that outdoor space of your dreams. Save big on any project you're tackling. Hurry into Menards for an 11% rebate on everything. Mail-in rebate is a merchandise credit check, not a point-of-sale discount. Redeemable on future in-store purchases only. Not on future purchases on Menards.com. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
Matty Ice here. If you're looking for the perfect new vehicle, my friends at the McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion have just the thing for you. You can lease a brand new 26 Chevy Equinox LT for just $209 a month for 36 months with $4,819 due at signing, or if financing is more your style, grab it for just $379 a month. Terms and restrictions apply. McDaniel GM Superstore has been family owned for over 100 years. They're just off Route 23 on 95 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom.
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from
we can be twinsies
to
how was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
I was ordering food for the office from the same few places for too long.
For workplaces suffering with office food fatigue, every day's a struggle.
Before starting Easy Cater, I assumed having no good vegan options for Carl in finance was normal.
Easy Cater is designed to treat OFF with a huge variety of favorite restaurants, plus tools to help you meet dietary needs and stay on budget. Used daily, one platform lets you save time and shine. Ask your app store about Easy Cater or start an order at easycater.com.
T-Bone and Tyvus are everything you want in a delicious breakfast. Lots of empty calories, no nutritional value.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 9.
The Fan. If you can't find something to bet on, you're not trying hard enough. You're listening to On the Money.
Sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Welcome back to On the Money. We're going to get to this or that in just a moment, but I want to give you guys an update. It's still 1-1. USA versus Canada, gold medal game. About a minute left in regulation. So, all right, guys, let's get it going. All right, I better get this one in while I can. You guys getting with, if the United States wins this game, this will be your favorite gold medal ever for the Americans.
Oh.
In any Olympics of anything. For me, I'm getting with it. I'll just cut to the chase here.
Wow, that's a really good question.
I mean, there's been like basketball I've been really into, but like we dominate basketball. I mean, Argentina got us that 1 year. But since we've had the pros, we've just dominated basketball except for 1 year. Hockey, man, this would be, because I don't remember I was alive barely. I don't remember the Miracle on Ice. We've seen it so many times. We've watched documentaries. Beating Canada, who's just been our nemesis in these tournaments. This would be my favorite for sure.
Well, that's a great question. I'm just going through in my mind all the different ones. I'm actually going to go back to the Dream Team and that goal just because I was so invested. At that point, I was 8 years old. And so it just like it meant extra like excitement to me. And I watched every single game and every minute of every single game leading up to it. So I'm going to go with that one. But gosh, this would be special.
Overtime, we are headed for overtime, 3-on-3. The golden goal is in effect. Isaiah, would this be your favorite?
This would be up there, but I think for me, even just a couple of years ago, the Paris Olympics when the USA men's basketball team got the win over Victor Wembanyama and them, even though they are the favorites, but seeing Steph Curry and LeBron and those guys go crazy, that was one of I would put that above this one.
All right, good first question. Hey, so we love morning sports, and I think there's nothing better than having a little drink with our morning sports. So you can pick your favorite morning drink, mimosa, Bloody Mary, or you can go off the board and go with something else, but this or that, mimosa, Bloody Mary, or some other morning drink for you.
Is a shot of Jack considered a morning drink?
It absolutely is.
Okay. I will go, if you're giving me those two, I'll go with, kind of depends on the mood. I'll go with mimosa.
Just as long as we don't go the morning high noons with a pocket knife close by.
Well, Isaiah knows the story. I can tell. Yeah.
So I am going to go with mimosas. I love a good Bloody Mary, especially NCAA tournament time. The morning Bloody Mary is great, but I'm going to go mimosa.
You love mimosas. You and your wife like the mimosas. Yeah.
See, I think I'm going to go mimosas as well because when I think about an early morning drink, it's usually on vacation. And when I'm on vacation, I'm somewhere warm. And there's nothing that hits better than a mimosa somewhere warm. All right, since we're getting to the end of this game, hopefully soon, Team USA can pull it out. But I'm thinking about the ending of it. The best way for sports to end, a buzzer beater or a walk-off home run. Give me a college basketball buzzer beater or give me a walk-off home run.
I don't think there's anything better than a buzzer beater when it goes in, like right when it's a literal buzzer, especially if you're down. Like one of my buddies, like when we were in junior high, we'll never forget this. We were down 2. He had a 3 at the buzzer. That would be the coolest. I mean, hitting a home run, a walk-off home run is awesome too.
Yeah.
Give me the buzzer beater, especially if you're losing. If you're tied, not so much. If you're losing the game and your shot determines whether your team wins or loses and you do it in that fashion, I would go buzzer beater.
Yeah, both amazing.
It's a good question, Isaiah.
And look, the walk-off home run, you don't know what's coming, right? The buzzer beater, you obviously know that you got to get a shot up, and so you can see it coming more so than you can see the walk-off home run. I'm going to go with the buzzer beater just because I've seen so many, like, just absolutely dramatic ones. I mean, the walk-off home run is great, but I'm going to go with the buzzer beater.
I go back and forth here for the reason that you just said, you don't know the home run's coming. There's something about like when it does crack the bat and it goes, it's just so amazing. I love the walk-off home runs.
And the feeling of an athlete, now it's awesome getting mobbed by your teammates and everything, but hitting that walk-off home run and getting to trot around the bases, that's just, you got to feel like you're floating on air.
I keep thinking back to like Joe Carter in the World Series hitting that walk-off, like to do it in the World Series.
Kirk Gibson.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Carter won the World Series. Oh, you're right. That was like Game 6, I think, and he had a walk-off to win the World Series. That'd be crazy. But yeah, Kirk Gibson, Game 1 of the, was it 88 World Series? Yeah, I believe it was 88 World Series against the Oakland A's. All right, guys, my next one. So I love wings, but I'm a lot late to the party on dry rub. Like I like regular wing sauce, which is what I usually do. Usually get buffalo sauce, sometimes get like garlic parm, something like that, maybe some teriyaki. But Scotty's turned me on to the dry rub. I always knew it was a thing. I just thought it didn't taste nearly as good. I was just guessing. And I had one of Scotty's dry rub wings a few weeks ago at the casino last night. For the first time in my life, I ordered the dry rub. And I'm digging it, man. You guys getting with dry rub wings or are you getting with the regular wing sauce?
So the dry rub wings are relatively new for me within probably the last year. But I that's all I do now. Like that I do the salt and pepper, maybe some garlic, dry rub. But yeah, give me the dry rub right now. I still love the traditional, barbecue sauce, the garlic parm, all that stuff. But right now I'm on the dry rub kick.
Yeah, and I appreciate you for making me aware of this. I always saw it on the menu, and I'm like, why would I get dry rub? Like I like my wings like I like my wings, and then I tried the dry rub, and it's really good. I'm getting a dry rub.
I think I'm going to lean with sauce, but there are some places where I will get the dry rub. Like one of my favorites is JT's. They have a really good dry rub there. Pastimes has a really good dry rub. So it depends on the location, but overall, I would lean sauces.
All right, so we had a really good time last night watching Duke and Michigan. And for the first 10 minutes of that game, I was like, gosh, these two teams are just absolutely incredible. And it's hard to see anyone else winning the national championship. And then the level dipped a little bit. Michigan wasn't hitting their threes. But it got me thinking, if I gave you guys Michigan and Duke or the field heading into the national championship and the big dance next month? Are you taking Michigan and Duke, or are you taking the field?
Definitely the field. I think the odds would back that up. I would probably go relatively big on that. I think the odds would be in your favor. Yeah, give me the field.
And just so you know, the odds right now, Michigan is plus 350 to win it all. Duke is around 5-1 to win it all. You're right. The odds would say that you would take the field. However, there's something about, like just thinking about having the top two teams. I assume that Duke and Michigan are going to be 1 and 2 as far as overall number 1 seeds.
They are right now.
And if you got to the Final Four and you had both of those teams still around, you'd feel pretty I feel like it probably will be one of those two. I know Houston's good. I know Arizona's good. I just don't trust a lot of the other teams. So if it's between Houston and Arizona or Duke and Michigan, I'll take Duke and Michigan.
I'm going to lean the field, but the past couple of years in March Madness, the favorites have really kicked butt. I could definitely see. I mean, last year you had all the 1 seeds in the Final Four. So it is enticing, but I'm going to lean the field. I'm hoping the field can win. All right, this is something I've been thinking about recently a lot. We've been talking about Ohio State's special teams, and we've recently added a kicker, right? So
yes, we have.
Would you rather have Ohio State's kicking fortunes be completely solved, and we have an automatic kicker this season, or it's been a long time since Ohio State has had a truly electric returner? I'm talking about Ted Ginn levels. Maybe you can throw Jalen Marshall out there. There's a couple others that have been really big difference makers. We haven't had one in a while. Are you getting with an electric returner back there every single punt return and kick return, or you know the kicker's going to line up and make it?
Jeez.
Great question, Isaiah.
Knocking it out of the park with both questions, Isaiah. Oh, man. I go back and forth on this. I guess if you're talking about winning games, having a field goal kicker that's nearly automatic I'll go with that, but it's having a Teddy Ginn back there, and Legend Bay could be that. He's not going to be Teddy Ginn. Teddy Ginn is the gold standard, but Legend Bay could be the closest they've had to that. You have Ryan Day saying he's a poor man's Tyreek Hill, and I know Tyreek just got cut. I know he's had the off-the-field problems. That's not what Ryan Day was talking about. He was talking about Tyreek Hill, prime Tyreek Hill, who was the fastest guy in the NFL. Man, that's a tough one. That's a great question. Give me Connor Hawkins becoming Mike Nugent.
I want both, but if I had to choose, man, the automatic kick, knowing from 45 and in, you're absolutely making it. Right, that's what I want.
And even 50 yards, you have a 90%,
and you got
maybe.
a shot,
yeah,
right? Like from 50, from 50 and beyond, I want about 50 to 60%, right? But from 45 in, I want every single one to go in. If you can guarantee me that, I'm taking that over the return man.
So basically, you're asking, do you want Mike Nugent or do you want Teddy Ginn?
I think for me, the smart choice is the kicker. But I'm also a Browns fan. And I remember the days of Josh Cribbs being back there to return.
Oh, man.
And there was nothing that woke me up on Sundays, knowing the Browns would probably lose the game, but as like an 8-year-old, being able to cheer on Josh Cribbs and knowing that there's a chance every single time he touched the ball, he could return it for a touchdown. And a couple of years back, Caleb Downs taking it back against Indiana. The punt return, kick return touchdowns are so much fun. I want us to be good at that again.
I kept wanting them to use Caleb Downs as a punt returner this year. They did return a kick finally, though. They had the little throwback to Lorenzo Styles Jr. for a touchdown. That's 2 straight years they did return a kick for a touchdown. All right, we have time for maybe one more here. All right. What was I going to do here? Okay. Are you guys getting with hockey has the best overtime of any of the sports?
What happened here? Oh, I looked up at I saw celebration on the TV. I thought we had missed the goal.
I know. I do notice, like, when we're at intermissions, like, my heart rate goes down, like, massively.
I know.
Like, it's so intense when it's and overtime in hockey. First of all, it's 3-on-3. Next goal wins. Does hockey have the best overtime of any of the sports?
It's great. I'll go yes.
I'm including extra innings as overtime, obviously. Anything that's extra time, whatever.
People criticize the college football overtime a lot because it's gimmicky a little bit without kicks and kind of takes a lot out of it. But the excitement level of it is off the charts, like where you have both teams get the possession and they're both already in scoring position. So it's a lot of fun. I find it very entertaining. But the hockey is probably the best.
Yeah, I go with hockey as well. And with college football, I've been one of the ones that have criticized it. I I like the concept overall, but I don't like the teams getting the ball already in field goal range. I think you should get the ball the very least at the 40 or maybe midfield. I'd go maybe back as far as midfield. Giving the ball at the 25, I've never been a fan of, but you're right, it's exciting. I think it's one of the better ones. I like the NFL overtime when it was sudden death. I thought that just made it more exciting. But yeah, give me hockey as the best overtime.
I agree. I think the sudden death of hockey is fantastic.
Drink a mimosa.
Let's sneak one more this or that in OSU hoops wise. I'm on this train on the Ohio State basketball jerseys. I say get rid of white. I say just stick with
Colin White.
No, I didn't say that. I mean the jerseys.
Oh, I thought you meant that guy that shouldn't be on the team.
The jerseys. Get rid of the white jerseys. Let's just go gray. I didn't go that far, Dave. Yeah, don't say what I was saying last night. But okay, so my take is Ohio State basketball should never ever wear white jerseys. It should always either be the red on the road or the scarlet on the road, or it should be the gray at home. Are you with me on that? This or that?
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I love the script. I love the script Buckeyes, but with the gray.
Yes,
they've found that's 10 out of 10 right there.
Isaiah, you throwing the whites in the garbage?
I'm not getting rid of the whites. I love the whites. Come on.
He loves Colin White. He likes the white jerseys.
I like the Buckeyes across. That's one of my favorite ones. Oh, it looks so good.
The Buckeyes across is fine, but do it on a gray jersey.
I love the lacrosse team putting the Buckeyes on the helmet. I love that. They used to do, maybe they will again this year, they used to do a lacrosse game, Ohio State lacrosse game, before every spring game.
Yep, they did used to do that.
We'd be up there in the press box. Everybody's like, this is pretty cool. Like, yeah, maybe we should actually cover Ohio State lacrosse here and there. We're like, yeah, if they come to us, we'll cover it. No, but lacrosse is a cool sport. All right, up next is Best Bets. This is On the Money.
If you consider yourself a Buckeye fan, you've come to the right place. This is your heritage sports talker and home of Ohio State Athletics, The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
My advisor at Plant Moran Wealth Management knows my definition of wealthy. Rescue animals. Everywhere. So, my husband and I bought property and opened a sanctuary. It's our happy place. And from the sound of it, it's their happy place too.
You have your own personal definition of wealthy. Plant Moran Wealth Management knows it takes a personal approach to get you there. Experience the difference with Plant Moran Wealth Management. Book a consultation today.
Just thinking about how prices have gone up stresses me out. Everything's too expensive.
Yeah, but it's all good.
What's your deal?
What's my deal? I saved at Metro by T-Mobile with no activation fees. And I got 4 lines for just $25 each.
Wow.
And 4 free new Samsung Galaxy A17 5G. And no ID required.
Get that more for your money feeling. Only at Metro. Visit your store today. Just bring your numbers. Not available if you've been with Metro or T-Mobile in the past 180 days.
Bet365 is paying out before the final buzzer.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout for basketball. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 20-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final buzzer and start counting that cash. Hold up, you can early payout on parlays too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
We're hiring at Don's Garage Doors. No experience? No problem. We provide full training, a brand new van, top-of-the-line tools, a gas card, and steady jobs with weekly pay. This isn't just a job. It's a career with real growth, great pay, and job security. Our team members go from training to 6 figures, and we're ready to help you do the same. Don't wait. Apply now at donsgaragedoors.com.
Hey there, friends. It's Bo Bishop here. You've heard me talk about High Bank's award-winning spirits, but let's talk about the food. High Bank delivers incredible meals and handcrafted cocktails in a space that works for every part of your week. Start with happy hour, drinks with friends, come back for brunch worth planning your weekend around, then stay for dinner. And get this, kids eat half off every Monday. Great food, award-winning drinks, a reason to come back time and time again. Make a reservation today at a location near you at highbankco.com. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
Great Lakes Hyundai wants you to save your refund this tax season with 90 days of no car payments and 0% financing on 26 Hyundai Santa Fe's and Tucsons for up to 60 months. No payments, 90 days, 0%. Keep your tax money in your pocket. Go now for the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Dublin or Columbus or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit, some customers may not qualify. Interest accrues during no payment period. New Hyundais come equipped with owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Offer ends 3/2.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Select 12-pack cans of Coca-Cola, 6-pack bottles of Pepsi, or 18 packs of Gatorade, or buy 3, get 3 free with your card. Limit 12. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Rothman and Ice.
If I gave somebody my number and they called me, I'm out. I don't know you like that. You don't need to be calling my phone. We can text.
Rothman and Ice. Weekdays at noon.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus.
The Fan.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Well, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
It's Timmy Hall and Common Man for Hollywood Casino Columbus, and all month long, there's so much money to win.
You can win $1 million instantly, plus every week there's multiple ways to score big Penn Cash prizes.
And new members who sign up for the Penn Play app can win up to $2,026 in Penn Cash.
And you see the brunch items they still have at the
I
Sportsbook
seen 'em.
restaurant? Biscoff stuffed French toast, country Benedict.
Plus, on March 6th, we got Muay Thai and Championship Boxing tickets available on Ticketmaster.
Oh, Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
This is Pause Before You Play, and it's time for more game day picks from local sports fans. You're on the air. Who you got?
Actually, I'm not betting, just chilling and watching the game.
I know that move. A pause. Sounds like you've got a winning strategy.
Exactly. After I set limits and recognized the risk, I knew it was time to stop.
Now that is responsible betting, folks. Sports are fast. Betting shouldn't be. Make a plan at pausebeforeyouplay.org. That's pausebeforeyouplay.org.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Airflow Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
And now back to a show featuring two dudes who've been kicked out of their homes by angry wives. This pretty much sums up every show we have here on The Fan. You're listening to On the Money.
Sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Well, if things weren't exciting enough this morning, they're even more exciting now as we are about to go into overtime in the gold medal match. USA, Canada, 1-1. Current betting odds, USA plus 105 to win. Canada minus 125. And the rules of overtime now, 20-minute period. And it is 3-on-3 hockey. Oh, my gosh, this is good, Dave Biddle.
It really is good. Woo! Can you imagine in football if they said in overtime we're going to go 9-on-9?
Yeah, let's go 7-on-7.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, and I like it. I'm not making fun of it. I think this is the most, as we were saying in the last segment, I think this is the most, by far, in my opinion, the best way to do overtime, the most exciting, the best way to do it. And the United States just had that was a good opportunity.
This is so good. We've been distracted all show.
Yes,
this is the most distracted that we've been. We're trying to do off the top. We don't know the rules of off the top. That's going crazy.
You explained them 4 times, and I didn't hear it because I was ignoring you completely and watching the hockey. I know we typically like morning sports, like you said. When I saw this was coming on at like 8:10, I'm like, oh man,
yeah. Well, generally, it's an NFL game that's like a one of those London games or one of those overseas games where you get some action, but it's not like you got to be like dialed in every minute. At this point, during this gold medal game, we're dialed in, like, to be honest with you. But what we do want to do is we want to hand out our best bets for this Sunday, and I'm looking at the college basketball slate today. And again, when I was trying to guess at what the Ohio State-Michigan State spread was going to be today, in my mind, I was thinking between 6 and 7 points. Ohio State coming off that great win, their best performance all year over Wisconsin. And then I see the spread come out at 10. It went up to 10.5. It's now down to 9.5 as we are this morning. Right now, Ohio State's 4-1 on the money line to win the game. Not taking the money line, but I am taking the plus 9.5 on Ohio State. I think this thing stays relatively close. Again, Ohio State has everything to play for. Michigan State, they've lost 3 of their last 5 games. So I think Ohio State keeps this one close. And then another situational play for me is I am going to take Wisconsin at home -3.5 against Iowa today. Again, it's all about situations in college basketball, and this is a situation where Wisconsin was embarrassed on the road midweek against Ohio State. Is it over?
Americans win! Goal!
I can't believe I was talking and not looking. Woo-hoo! Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah, baby. Gold medal for the first time in 46 years. Do you believe in miracles?
Yes! Woo!
USA. It's a party in the USA. We got to sing party in the USA again, don't we?
I don't think we want people to hear that again.
That was awesome.
Who scored it? I was stupidly looking at
An American.
Thank you.
Somebody with USA on their jersey. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, man. That was okay. That was pretty cool being on the air for that. I don't know if our bosses would have appreciated our reaction there, but nobody's listening anyway. I feel like Bob,
They're all watching.
Like Bob Euchre right here. Nobody's watching anyway.
I'm literally staring at this Iowa-Wisconsin line, and I'm like, I got to really break down.
We start yelling.
Really break down the situational excitement of me betting Wisconsin -3.5, and then I hear the horn go off, and oh my gosh, I can't believe I was looking at my phone and didn't see the game-winning goal. I'm an idiot.
Oh, man. You were trying to be a professional, Scott, is what you were doing. Okay.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Amazing.
Okay, quick best bets for me. Wright State has a chance. It's senior day, 2 o'clock. They're playing Robert Morris, who won the Horizon League last year. Wright State, if they win any of their 3 final regular season games, they're your regular season champ in the Horizon League. They play Robert Morris today. I think senior day, when you told me the spread was 4, I would have guessed like 6.5. So give me Wright State to cover that 4-point spread. And then another one, put my money where my mouth is at the casino last night. I was trying to guess what the Reds over-under win total would be this year. I was thinking it'll probably be right around 85.5, maybe 84.5 at the lowest, because they won 83 games last year. I think they're a little bit better team in year 2 of the Francona era. So I was guessing like 84.5, 85.5. It's 82.5. You can even get it as low as 81.5. I popped a couple of bets there at the casino last night. Give me the Reds over 82.5 wins. I'm not going lock like I did last year. Last year was 78.5. I thought the over was a lock. It was. I'm not going lock, but I like the bet. I like over 82.5 wins for the Cincinnati Reds.
USA gets it done. I love the chat. Here we got USA from Chris. We got We Win from Sage. We got something else I can't say from Sage. We get USA got gold. We got Just Play Freebird. This is the best moment in U.S. hockey history. A lot of great chat comments in there. So good. So good. Gosh, this literally started right as I was coming on for the call-in show. And we knew we were going to be distracted this morning with this game, but what a way to end it. Like really, in overtime, 3-on-3 hockey, just incredible.
I was still at home in the man cave when you guys were doing so it was like about 8:20 or something when they scored, somewhere around there, like 8:20 a.m. today when the United States got up 1-0, and then they didn't score again until right there. Bam. How about that? The first time since 1980, the United States men win the gold medal in ice hockey.
And our boy, Ryan Baker, who did the call-in show with me the first hour, is like, I'm heading to the R-Bar. And then he sent me pictures from the R-Bar, and the R-Bar go crazy this morning.
Oh, I bet. The atmosphere. And I might just go stop by after the show just to soak it in. Like, gosh, that must have been pretty cool being in there when that happened. Or being at the actual arena in Italy. That'd be pretty cool, too. All right, my friends. Man, that was awesome. That was our show for today. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it. For Scotty Vegas and Isaiah Jacob, I am Dave Biddle. Don't go anywhere. Up next is Fan Sports Sunday with our friends Cole Bartimus and Dylan Gonzalez. This has been On the Money.
Catch the latest from the world of Ohio State athletics.
Weeknights at 6 on The Buckeye Show.
New special guests in every